Good morning students, welcome to my channel Digital Generation. This channel is regarding chapter wise preparation for both ICSE and CBSE students. I hope you will get best knowledge and explanation from this channel. Today we are going to study about the parallel combination of resistances. In parallel combination of resistances, two or more resistances are connected between the same 2 points. Then they are said to be connected in parallel. Suppose resistance R1 and resistance R2 are connected between the points A and B. Then these resistance R1 and R2 are said to be connected in parallel. In parallel combination of resistance, the combined resistance or the resultant resistance is calculated according to the law of combination of resistances in parallel. And according to this law of combination of resistances in parallel, the reciprocal of the combined resistance of all the resistances connected in parallel will be equal to the sum of the reciprocal of all the individual resistances connected in parallel. Suppose R is the combined resistance and R1 and R2 are the individual resistance, then the combined resistance in parallel combination will be 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. We can connect as many number of parallel resistors as needed. We can connect Rn also. So in that case also will be combined resistance 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 and so on 1 by Rn. That is, the reciprocal of the combined resistance will be equal to the sum of the reciprocal of all the individual resistance connected in parallel. Suppose the resistance R1 is 6 ohm and resistance R2 is 12 ohm, then the combined resistance in parallel combination will be 1 by R is equal to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12 is equal to 3 by 12, or R will be 4 ohm. Thus here the combined resistance is 4 ohm, which is less than either of the two individual resistance. So we can say that in parallel combination of resistance, the resistance is reduced and its value will be less than even the smallest individual resistance. This is due to the fact that when resistances are connected in parallel, the resistances are reduced and current flowing in the circuit is increased because the current get an additional path to flow through the circuit. In parallel combination of resistances, we must remember two most important things. Number one, the potential difference across each individual resistance will be equal to the voltage of the battery. That is, the potential difference across R1 and the potential difference across R2 will be equal to the voltage of the battery V. So, potential difference does not change in parallel combination of resistance. Number two, in parallel circuit, the current flowing across each individual resistance will be different, and the value of the current flowing through each individual resistance will depend on the value of the resistances connected in parallel. But the total current flowing through the circuit will be equal to the sum of the current flowing through each individual resistance. Suppose I is the current flowing through the circuit and current flowing through each individual resistance is I1, I2, I3 and so on. Then the total current flowing through the circuit in parallel combination will be equal to the sum of the current flowing through each individual resistance. That is, I will be equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. So current flowing in parallel combination of resistance changes. So it is clear to us that the current flowing through each individual resistance in parallel combination of resistance is different, and the current flowing through each resistance will depend on the value of the resistances connected in parallel. Now we will derive the formula for parallel combination of resistance. We have studied that I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now we know that I is equal to V by R. Ohm's law states that R is equal to V by I, or I is equal to V by R. So I is equal to V by R, and I1 will be equal to V by R1, I2 will be V by R2 and I3 will be V by R3. Now we will put this value in equation. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I is equal to V by R is equal to I1 is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. We will take V common here. V1 by R is equal to V1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Thus 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So we can say that formula for the combined resistance in parallel combination of resistance is 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That is, the reciprocal of the combined resistance will be equal to the sum of the reciprocal of all the individual resistors connected in parallel. Now we will see some numerical problems to be more clear about this formula. Now if 3 ohm resistance and 6 ohm resistance are connected in parallel, then find the combined resistance in the circuit. So 1 by R will be equal to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6. Or R will be equal to 2 ohm. Thus, the combined resistance is 2 ohm, which is less than either of the resistors that are connected in parallel. So, if two resistors 3 ohm and 6 ohm are connected in parallel, then the combined resistance will be equal to 2 ohm, which is smaller than each of the individual resistors. Now, in another example, a circuit diagram is given to you. Suppose a resistance of 7.2 ohm is connected and two parallel resistors of 8 ohm and 12 ohm are connected in parallel. Then and the voltage of the battery is 6 volt. First of all, we have to find the total resistance in this circuit. To find the total resistance in the circuit, first we will find the combined resistance of this parallel combination. So 1 by R will be equal to 1 by 8 plus 1 by 12, or R will be equal to 24 by 5. Thus, R here is 4.8 ohm. The parallel resistors that are connected here, 8 ohm and 12 ohm, their value is, or the combined resistance of these two parallel resistors is 4.8 ohm. Thus, 8 ohm and 12 ohm which are connected in parallel will be equal to a value of single resistance, that is 4.8 ohm. These 4.8 ohm now can be considered to be connected in series with 7.2 ohm. So we can draw the circuit diagram again with .8 ohm. These two parallel resistors gives a single resistance 4.8 ohm, and now these two resistors are connected in series. So the total resistance here will be, that are connected in series, is R is equal to R1 plus R2, because in series connection we know that R is equal to R1 plus R2. So 7.2 plus 4.8 will be equal to 12 ohm. Thus the total resistance in this circuit is 12 ohm. Got it? And now we have to find the total current flowing in this circuit. We will find the total current flowing in this circuit. We got total resistance R is equal to 12 ohm, and we know the voltage V is equal to 6 volt. So the total current I will be V by R, that is 6 by 12 or half, is equal to 0.5 ampere. So the total current flowing through this circuit is 0.5 ampere. Now we have stated earlier that the value of these two parallel resistors will be equal to a single resistance of 4.8 ohm. So the current 0.5 ampere will flow through the whole circuit. So the 0.5 ampere of current is flowing through 7.2 ohm as well as 0.5 ampere of current is flowing through 4.8 ohm resistance, because they are connected in series, and in series connection of resistances the current flowing does not change. It remains the same, which is equal to the value of the current flowing through the whole circuit. Now we will find the potential difference across 7.2 ohm resistance. What will be the potential difference across 7.2 ohm resistance? Resistance is given 7.2 ohm, and current, I have told you that the current will be 0.5 ampere throughout the circuit as they are connected in series now. So current here is 0.5 ampere. So potential difference V will be IR. That I is equal to 0.5 ampere into R is given 7.2 ohm. 0.2 ohm. Thus volt will be 3.6 volt. So the potential difference across 7.2 ohm will be 3.6 volt. Now can you find the potential difference of 4.8 ohm resistance? We know that in series connection that V is equal to V1 plus V2. Here V is given 6 volt, and just now we have calculated the potential difference across 7.2 ohm resistance, which is 3.6 volt. So V2 will be 6 minus 3.6 is equal to 2.4 volt. Thus the potential difference across 4.8 ohm resistance will be 2.4 volt. So now in series we can see that potential difference across each resistance is different, but current flowing is same. Now we will study about the advantages of having parallel circuits for domestic wiring. Domestic wiring has parallel circuit because of the following advantages. If any one of the electrical appliances is out of order and is not working due to some defect, then also all the other electrical appliances will work normally. There is no disturbance if any one of the electrical appliance is out of order. For example, if the bulbs are connected in parallel and if any one of the bulb is fused, then all the other remaining bulb will still glow. In parallel combination of resistance, each electrical appliance has a separate switch. So we can operate each electrical appliance according to their requirement. We can switch on or switch off according to our desire. For example, if bulbs are connected in parallel, then each electric bulb will have a separate switch, and we can switch on and switch off according to the requirements without disturbing the other electric bulbs. Number 3, the potential difference in parallel circuit is same, which is equal to the voltage of the power supply line, which is 220 volt. The potential difference is same for all electric appliances. So all the electrical appliances in parallel circuits work properly because as they are getting the required amount of voltage and is equal to that of the power supply line, which is 220 volt. For example, if the bulbs are connected in parallel and each are getting same volt of 220 volt, then all the bulbs will glow brightly. Number 4, the resistances in parallel circuit is reduced, and so the current flowing in the circuit is increased. And we know that in our domestic circuit all the electrical appliances are of different power rating. The electrical appliances or electric device which are of high power rating like AC, refrigerator, room heater, electric iron, they all will get the required amount of current and will function properly. There will be no disturbance in any of the electrical appliances having high power rating. So these are the advantages of having parallel circuits in our domestic circuit. In our next class, we will study about electric power. Thank you for watching my video, and if you find my video useful, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubt regarding this chapter, please comment below. I will try to answer as early as possible.